Hello, I am Jack Hardman. I am going to be your dungeon master tonight.
I am playing Banquo, best friend of Macbeth.
So I'm playing Hamlet from the play Hamlet. Super obscure.
I'm playing Titania, which is going to be interesting.
I am playing Viola from Twelfth Night.
And you hear a rip in the skin of the world tears open. You find yourselves on a beach. Here is the source of what is happening to our worlds. You just see this enormous creature pounce out of the jungle. This is a jaguar. You are a jaguar now.
I'm gonna look at Titania and just be like, what?
And then looks up and sees you.
Yes.
And roll initiative.
Oh lord.
The ring on your hand, the kind of sigil ring on your hand, begins to glow and crackle, and this blue energy just kind of goes. Saw Viola jump out of the tree line and just like stick a dagger like into its neck. As you touch, you begin to feel the life in this thing just start to drain. Its skin begins to like wither almost at your touch and rot almost, and it just becomes this kind of mummified husk and drops to the floor.
Get out of here! Get out of here and live your futile life! Okay!
Love this. This is wonderful. Okay, after you guys have successfully kind of neutralized the jaguars, you begin to walk through the forest, and as you do so, you notice something. Rising above the tree line, there is this titanic structure made of this kind of pale stone. And as you approach it, you notice that the tree line around it begins to thin more and more and more until it opens up into this large expanse with a beautiful crystal lake in the center. So there's this enormous crystalline lake with lily pads and foliage kind of sprouting out of the waterline. And feeding into this lake is this just breathtaking waterfall that is largely the only thing you can really hear, other than just the squawking of birds and the chattering of baboons behind you.
I marvel at this water, this massive waterfall, and I wonder if it has any magical qualities. I'm very thirsty myself, so I cook some of this water, this glistening water in my hands. I look at it, and then I violently drink. I wipe my mouth, and I look at Viola and I go, Severio, thanks for saving me over there. You came out of nowhere and you saved me. And then I go to viciously drink the water again.
Give me a Constitution saving throw for drinking
Oh
jungle
no.
water.
Oh no.
No!
E20 plus your Constitution modifier.
9.
Okay. Give me a second. I gotta roll.
No!
Take 2 points of poison damage as you just and you just choke up just like bits of dirt as you look down and really inspect it and see it's although it's beautiful and shimmering and very large, it's clearly very muddy. And you've just drank just a bunch of mud.
I start to kind of... I'm gonna go up to Banquo.
Yeah.
You don't think Cesario saw that, do you? After I thanked them. Thanks, Banquo. Thanks
I
for
don't
your
know.
input.
Yeah. I look over. I don't think Cesaria's looking at this.
I think she's so mystified by the large what's it called, the large like temple like structure in front of her. She hears the coughing and she turns around, but she's like, oh all right, and then she keeps looking at this temple.
She doesn't care.
So I kind of, hey Cesario, thank you for saving me.
She looks towards Hamlet from the temple, and she looks at you and she goes, "Oh, are you all right?"
I have like dirt around my mouth, like, so you've just looked at this beautiful temple. I have like bits of dirt around my mouth, and a little bit of like stuff on my shirt from
A little bit of dribble.
Yeah.
Are you do you need a what's a name for a hanky during this era? What's a name?
I think a handkerchief would.
Handkerchief? Does that exist in this era? Do you
need?
Just throw a bit of fabric and just
I'll
have a leaf.
Just dab it up.
I don't have much to offer. And she kind of just goes into one of her pockets and she feels a sort of a handkerchief that she has, but she looks at it and it is a very, very prized handkerchief from her original clothing before she dressed into Cesario. And she just kind of she feels it, but she doesn't take it out, and she says, I don't appear to have anything to help. I'm so sorry.
Help with what?
With your pardon me, you've got something here. And she pokes on her chin and she goes, you've got some, yeah.
I look around. I go up to Banquo. Does Banquo have fabric on?
Yeah, no. He's wearing full chain armor, metal shoulder pads.
Naked. He's only wearing chain.
Banco is just got a shield and a sword, and that's it.
Okay, so I'm good.
You still have 18 armor class.
I'm pretty sure I'm wearing some type of fabric, aren't I?
You're wearing your robes from your just day-to-day clothing, essentially.
Okay. I tear off a bit of my robe, and I
Okay. You get your dagger out, cut a little bit out of your sleeve, and just.
Yeah, and I just go I go like this, really viciously though. Is it gone? Is it gone?
Yeah, and it's just mud.
And I go up to the water and go, "God damn blasted demon, confused me with her tricks." Anyway, how's everyone doing?
I'm good.
Okay, thanks, Banquo. How are you doing, Stereo and Titania?
Hey, no. How are you, Banquo?
I'm doing all right, thank you. I'm doing all right.
I'm glad, and I think Cesario just gives Hamlet a little bit of a glare after that, just going, I'm glad you're happy, Banquo.
What did I do?
This is so charged.
The tension.
Listen, me and Banquo were great friends. I grabbed Banquo by the shoulder and started to shake him. We're great friends. We're like two peas in a pod.
I'm gonna go along with this. Sure.
I know exactly how my dude is feeling. I know his brain. We have the same brains. Do you feel that, Banquo? Yeah, he feels that.
No.
I think at this point, Viola turns to Titania and goes, no. I mean, I'm a man. I'm also a man. But I'm more,
I'm going to look at you and go, men.
I think Viola blushes at the wink, just straight up. It's so this temple. I think temple. It looks like it. What do you call it?
I think we call them a temple.
Oh, cool. Temple. Cool. What do you think it is?
Should we go inside?
Sure.
Hold on. Before we go in, because I imagine we're all sort of around the waterfall area. I was going to make an Arcana check to see if there's any magic.
an Arcana check is more about understanding magic and stuff like that, rather than being able to see where it is. But as a paladin, you can use your divine sense to do that.
Oh, yes, I can. And you know what? I might do that. Thank you.
Okay, so
use my divine
no
sense.
worries. So I need you to make an Arcana check, just for something. But as you look at the waterfall, you don't see anything from the waterfall, but rather from the lake in front of it. You kind of see this almost draconic energy, kind of festering in the depths of it, and you do notice an immense amount of kind of magical energy coming out from behind you and almost like pulsating behind you.
Okay. And I got a 12 on the Arcana check.
A 12. So you obviously know that there's this pulsing like wave of energy behind you, but you can't when you're facing the waterfall, that is. So the temple is basically radiating this energy.
I whisper into Banquo's ear. What are you looking at? And then I'm violently sick.
Okay. Nice.
Let's see Hamlet go. Hamlet walks up to Banquo and goes, "What are you looking at?" It's like it's just retching. You know what? For the sake of RP, Hamlet, from this point on, you are poisoned.
I look. Oh well, I'm looking at the waterfall. Oh, you've thrown up. Oh no.
Yeah. So Banquo, you notice this immense amount of energy coming from the temple. Actually, to be fair, you said you were looking at it, weren't you, Kerryn?
Yes.
You can also give me an Arcana check to see whether you notice anything in particular.
Okay. I got 19.
Okay, so you do notice something as you look at as you're kind of looking at the outside of the temple. It's almost like it's shimmering, but it isn't the temple itself. It's like a few feet in front of the temple. There's almost like a shimmer, like a distortion. Like you notice that when you're looking at the temple, it's almost like you are, when you see something underwater and it looks slightly strange.
Yeah.
It's almost like looking at the temple through that. So the temple's almost like moving.
Okay.
But you don't think it's the temple itself moving. It's rather there's something distorting your vision around it.
Yeah. Can I roll another eye for detail and see if there's anything within the waters? Okay. I got 15.
Yep. So you you see there is a very clear, like almost shadow cast by this thing, but you also notice that things are clipping through it. So it's not that it's a force field, but there is clearly something creating almost an area around this temple.
I think I immediately share that with Titania and say that there's like there appears to be that sort of force field, but not
a field of energy surrounding the temple of some kind.
So I kind of wipe my mouth again because I'm disgusting at this point because I'm and then can I use because Hamlet's pretty bloody smart. In what he doesn't have in charisma, he's very smart. So could I identify this magic? Because I read about it and stuff. Could I? So
both of you give me a kind of check.
19. I got 19.
19 again. Yeah. So you basically just. No, you know what? No. Okay. Fine. You know what? You recognize you have read about this. Oh, okay. 16. So Hamlet, this is just for you. You have read about. Both of you learn what Kerryn and Theo have already learned. Lolly, what you learn is that this is probably some kind of tripwire system, or some you've read about kind of magical traps and stuff like that before. It could do anything from sound an alarm to quicksand all around you or anything like that. But it clearly has some kind of you cross this boundary and it has an effect.
I've read about this. It's a magical tripwire, and we could basically, it's a tripwire that we walk over. It's like a magical kind of like boundary. Titania, you'll know it. And then it causes some type of trap to happen. I see that right now. So I fear if we go into too far into the temple, or if we cross that boundary, we will set off a trap and we will be doomed.
Is there a way that we could look for the source of this force field?
You don't know. Actually, hang on. Lolly would know that.
Yes!
And no.
Oh.
All you know is whatever is keeping this up is within 50 feet of it.
The water. Viola instantly, can she look in the water, the waterfall, and see if there is something within
The water
there?
or the waterfall? The water or the
Okay,
waterfall?
wait. I thought the waterfall fell into the water.
It does. It kind of goes into the pool, yeah. But are you
Can I
looking
look at
through
both?
the waterfall or? Okay, sure. For the sake of simplicity, sure. Give me a perception check.
14.
Viola, as you're having this conversation, something dawns on you, and you run over to the water. You kind of get down and look deep into it, and as you peer into the kind of murky depths, you notice that this pool goes really, really deep, like really deep, and right at the bottom of what you can see, right at the edge of what you can see a coiled, teal-coloured creature at the bottom, wrapped around, just kind of wrapped in almost in a coil, wrapped in a coil kind of around itself. And you now notice what you didn't before, which is air bubbles, kind of boom, boom, up to the surface.
I think her breath starts to quicken, and she backs away from the water, and she turns to everyone and she goes, there is something in there. I am so sorry. I detest water. Can someone else look? I can't. And she starts to hyperventilate, and she just sits down because she can't look at deep water for too long.
Oh no.
I put my arm around Viola and go, Heather, it's going to be absolutely fine. And this is the hand that I've just wiped everything with, so it really. And I'm just like, sorry.
Just you've got like sick on your back. You're just like.
She's in the midst of basically a borderline panic attack, and now she smells sick on her side, and she just kind of goes, thank you, and she grabs the handkerchief that she said she didn't have, and she wipes her side.
Hamlet then sees the sick. Hamlet then kind of sees the sick, and he goes, "Oh, whoops!" And then he goes back to the water, and like kind of goes, "You fooled me once, you wench with your tricks, but you won't fool me again. I wash and bathe in you, and then I leave you. I like look away from the water so I don't get tempted to drink it." And I'm like, and then I kind of like, I'm a bit more clean now at least.
Yeah, you've got the majority of the sick off of like your sleeves and your wrists and your hands and stuff like that.
This feels like Lady Macbeth.
Wash it. You kind of like wash it away from your mouth.
And then I decide while Viola is kind of sitting by Titania, I decide to go up to Banquo.
Yeah.
Right? And I say, Banquo.
Yeah.
I feel like we're one of the same, me and you. I feel like you should be my sidekick in this situation. What do you say?
I mean, sure.
Thank you very much for your answer. I'm so glad that we are on the same page, Banquo. And then I walk off and sit and just look at the water.
Cool.
Okay, do you also want to try and see what's at the bottom of it?
Yeah, I do.
Now you notice at the bottom of the water is this kind of coiled up shape of some kind of teal creature.
I knew it. I knew there was something in this bloody water. I knew there was something. I knew there was something with its treacherous tricks. I turn to the rest of the party and I go, Titania and my sidekick, we have a mission to go on. Poor Cesario is sick. We cannot expect him to do anything. You're fine, Cesario. We must destroy the monster at the bottom of the ocean.
Hold on. What exactly is this creature?
That's a lovely speech.
Oh, thanks, Titania. My sidekick, that's a great question. Let me monologue. My self-importance confounds me. And this thing is coiled like the coils around my heart that I can't kill my father's killer right now. I am held with...
Do I have a silencing spell?
You don't. But you can be like...
I'm gonna go up behind
Have a
Hamlet,
dagger.
and I'm just gonna slowly place my hand over Hamlet's mouth. At the same time, I'm also gonna cast Lay on Hands and cure the poison.
Oh, sure, okay.
Oh.
So that, do you also want to heal? Do you also want to heal?
Yeah,
Hamlet
also
full health.
Also,
Okay, so that's
heal.
7 then. That's
Yeah.
7 points you need to take away from that. And Hamlet, you're no longer poisoned.
Okay, so 7, yeah. So that's...
You're no longer poisoned, and you get your 2 hit points back.
I look
You
at
got-
Banquo, and I give him a kiss on the cheek and say thank you.
You're
Aww.
welcome. You're welcome.
And then I point to the monster at the bottom and say, "This is what I was talking about." But do you see that? Do you see that down there? It's coiled at the bottom, and the air bubbles are rising above. We have to do.
Hang on. How many people are now looking at it?
I'm looking at it.
Me and Banquo.
And
Okay, so if everyone has seen it at some point, I'd like Banquo and Titania to give me nature checks.
cool. That is a 16.
19.
Okay, so both of you have heard stories about creatures like this. This is what you know as a naga. Particularly judging by the color, a water naga. These are creatures that are not necessarily aggressive, depending on how you act around them. But they're not beasts. They can think, and they generally are known for riddles and for reasoning. They're very intelligent creatures.
I start to pinch myself to make sure I'm not going completely insane, where I'm making up visions in my head.
Is there any way we can just call down to it and just ask it to come out?
There's no way for you to call down to it, but there is a way for you to... No, is that giving away stuff? That's giving away stuff.
Could I use my mage hand, and could the mage hand go down into the ocean and wave at it?
Yeah, you could do that.
Oh my god.
So
that's what I'm gonna do.
You cast Mage Hand, and in front of all of the rest of you, this kind of spectral, ghostly hand just appears out of nowhere, and then flies off, and just deep into the water, just. And Hamlet, you watch as this hand kind of goes through the water, and goes up to this kind of sleeping dragon, and just.
Yeah.
As you poke this dragon, you just hear, and this like enormous creature just fires up, like out of the water, raises itself up, and it's about 25 feet above the water where its head is, and you see its body is just like curving down into the water, and you can't actually see how far down it goes.
It's a long boy.
Hello there.
General Kenobi!
Disturbs my slumber.
I use my mage hand to give it a little wave. I go, "Hello, great dragon. It is I, Hamlet the Dane of the Prince of Denmark." It is I, Hamlet the Prince of Denmark. And I'm very confused to where we should be on this quest. And I wanted to ask for your knowledge, oh wise one, oh breather of lightning, fire, ice. I do not know.
Viola just kind of taps on Hamlet's shoulder and goes, ask him about the force field.
force field. Great dragon, we would be. I'm doing everything that I'm doing with this hand is going to be what the mage hand is doing. Okay. Oh, great dragon, could you tell us the information about this force field that surrounds this temple? I drunk the dang flasted water and it poisoned me with its charms, but I won't be charmed again. If you could.
Oh no! Don't drink the water.
Very helpful.
Why not?
Thank you.
I use it to bathe.
Hamlet, you are a fool.
As for this force field, as you put it, this field of energy that surrounds this temple is simply mine to notify me when such intruders might want to enter the temple of Prospero. And as it kind of, its eyes like glow blue, and the shield of energy just kind of drops.
Thanks, buddy. Onwards.
Oh, powerful dragon, what is your name so we can thank you properly?
My name is Selican, and I am the great protector of this lake. If you're trying to enter the temple, I must first ask you a simple question. There are some things that enter through doors, some things leave through doors, but only one thing goes through a door while achieving neither.
Water?
The door handle.
Almost, but not quite.
A key.
Who said water?
Forgive me, I'm struck with poison madness.
Right, guys, do we need a group powwow?
I want a repeat of the riddle, please.
Oh, great.
Some things enter through doors, some things leave through doors, but only this goes through a door while achieving neither.
Yeah. Okay. Great dragon, may
Very
I...
close.
It's not a key.
It's not a key, it's not a doorknob.
Could it be a lock? A lock mechanism in a door?
You see, as you say the word lock, you see the teeth on this enormous reptilian face just curve up into a smile. Well done.
Oh, thank God.
Ah.
You may enter the temple now, children. Enjoy. And you see it go like back into the water. Zero elegance. And it just shield. Kind of coils back down into the water below. And from what you see, where it was previously like these archways that had kind of a large stone across them, the large stone begins to lift and revealing an internal kind of structure to this temple that was previously inaccessible.
Yeah! I get my mage hand to high five myself and then it goes away.
Very good.
Ah, well done, Hamlet.
I was going to say...
Thank you, Titania.
You're welcome.
I was going to say I was going to use my shield to like block any excess water that like this giant naga would like just a wave.
Yeah,
of
just
water.
like this tidal wave of water. Whoever's near the waterfront just gets soaked.
Just like shield.
I'll step in. I would like to step in front of Viola so she does not get soaked.
Oh,
Hamlet
get soaked.
Hamlet does get soaked.
It's the gesture.
Viola's slightly less wet.
Oh, sorry. She kind of realizes that she's wet, and she goes, "Oh no, and she remembers.
This is why.
and then she stands up and she just goes, I and then she just shakes. She just shakes, tries to get the water off. She just shakes to try to get it off.
Just shaking. You guys dry off a little bit, but I mean, so do you guys enter the temple? Do you guys go towards the temple?
I'm gonna
Yes,
go towards the temple.
please.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys you progress towards the temple, and as you go up, you kind of climb the ivy-covered stairs, these stone stairs to reach up. This temple is quite high. It's about probably like 20, 30 feet of stairs leading up into these archways. And as you peer inside through the doorways, it's just pitch black in there. It is just pitch black. Like there's some light being shed from the door being open, but you can't see anything past about 5 feet.
Viola quickly grabs at the person that's closest to them, which is Titania, and she just holds onto her arm and goes, I don't know who this is, but I have no idea where I am.
You're not in yet, so you do know where you are.
And
Never mind. She just grabs. That's it. She grabs Titania and she goes, I don't know where I am.
Titania's just gonna turn and look down with a slightly quizzical look and go, "You're with me," and then turns around.
She blushes again
and keeps walking.
Hamlet, what were you saying?
Could I use my oh my god, how do I
Prestidigitation? I don't know how to say it.
Prestidigitation. Can I create like a dim light or like a torch? Could I create fire?
You can light candles or torches, so you can kind of like scope inside the temple and turn on any torches that are in there.
Right.
Hamlet, as you kind of like cover your hand over where torches might be, you just hear as a series of torches lights through the room.
That's pretty cool.
And there's like a chandelier in the center where it's just as a series of little like candles all light up around the center.
Wow! Yes! This is so cool.
Pretty.
What you do, so you can now see everything inside. What you notice above everything else, there are cobwebs everywhere. I mean everywhere. It's just dense cobweb.
I was just thinking, are these abnormally large cobwebs? Is there any concern?
Yeah, go on then. Roll a nature check.
Can I also do an investigation?
Yes.
Cool.
Yes. In fact, roll a nature check with advantage so that everyone does an master roll.
Okay,
I was going to say, can I have a look to see if there are any mustard seeds anywhere?
What?
Get out of here. Get out of here. You're not welcome.
So what am I rolling, Jack?
It's a really bad Midsummer reference.
It took me way too long.
And there's my brain going, I don't
so
get
bad.
the obscure ones.
Because cobweb, mustard seed, the other one.
He gets inspiration. He gets
Moss.
inspiration.
It's
Come
moss.
on.
I'm
Moss.
proud of that.
I get one inspiration.
22.
Okay, 22. Yeah, these don't look like large spiders would have woven them, just a lot of small ones. Or
Is there
one
anything I
small
know
one over
particularly
an enormous amount of time.
And is there anything in particular I know about the species of spider that did this? And whether there's any toxin on the webs? Or anything like that?
I mean, spider webs look like spider webs. You can't tell the species of the spider from the spider web.
I am a druid!
There's nothing that indicates any kind of venom on the spider webs.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean that there isn't any venom in the spiders that would have made the webs, or but they do look relatively fresh, is all I'd say.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, Viola.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Mr. DSM. Thank you. Not DSM, DM. Oh, dyslexia. Can I do an insightful? No, what? Eye for detail again. I really like this one.
Yeah.
I got 17 in total.
Okay, so 17. Okay, so what you notice is that these webs look very thin and probably very flammable. But also what you notice is they're covered in this kind of adhesive like slime, which you can only imagine. You can see like books and things kind of hanging from them, and clearly they're very sticky.
Okay.
But with a 17, you look up and into the rafters way above the chandelier where there's light. You can
God.
see this like black mass.
Oh, it's a big spider. It's a big spider.
You can tell it's not it doesn't look like one creature is like shifting and like moving and
Okay, all right. She turns around to everyone and she goes, "Everyone, be very, very careful." I basically relay the information with what you said to me, but also with the thing of be very quiet, because I'm not sure if they know we're in here, and I don't know what that is.
Titania, after Viola has said that, because you have dark vision because you're an elf, you can fully see what's at the top of the room. It's just
spiders.
It's just a million spiders. It is just
Hey,
a
guys.
1,000 spiders just like rolling over each other.
Nobody panic, but we have a slight problem with a few spiders.
Oh, there's only a few then,
Is
Hamlet
anyone
explains
scared?
loudly.
Do they look
Ah,
particularly intimidating, or are they just your regular, non-harmful spiders?
do I recognize anything about the pattern on their backs that indicates
say
they
with
may
it-
be
I'll say-
poisonous?
I'll say you're using the 22 that you got earlier. These spiders,
Yeah,
they look like just 1,000 tarantulas. Like that's the best way I can describe them.
So,
Yeah. So
Okay.
you guys have walked into this chamber, but have you done anything yet past turning on the lights?
Okay, so what's in front of us? Can you remind us, Jack?
Yeah, there's this large kind of pillar structure in the center, surrounded by this kind of golden brass trimming around the edge. To your the way to get to it is down a set of stairs, and to the left of the set of stairs that you came in, there's almost like this library-esque area with a table with books on it and vials and equipment. And then to the right, there's this large statue of a figure that you all can recognize. It's Titania. Throughout all of that is just the most amount of cobwebs. The density is just so much that you think that if you move through it at any kind of a pace, it's almost like running into a wall.
I look at the statue, and then I look back at Titania. Then I look back at the statue, and then back at Titania, and then back at the statue, and finally back at Titania. I go closer at Titania's face, and I go, "That's you."
and I'm gonna look at Hamlet, and then look at the statue, and then look at Hamlet, and then back to the statue, and then back to Hamlet. Yes, they got my nose wrong.
And then I look back. No. And then I examine the statue, and then I kind of grab Titania's nose and feel it and be like, "Yeah, you're correct. Did you once rule over these lands?"
I'm not going to lie. I've ruled over quite a few.
Hamlet like looks at her like this, like completely glazed over. How long have you been alive if you can't remember the lands you've ruled over? Then Hamlet realizes that's quite rude, and then he just like backs away slowly to Banquo and just links arms with him and goes, "I'm gonna stick with you for a while," and just doesn't avoids eye contact with Titania.
I'm gonna look back at Titania, look at Hamlet, and be like, "Is everything okay with you guys?" Like,
I'm gonna whisper to Banquo and go, You'll see us, and we're both in this together now.
I'm gonna just look and be like, it's okay. I'll take care of Hamlet. It's fine.
I think I turn to the party and I say, so the webs are flammable. Is there a possibility we could throw a torch or something to get through these webs and to get towards the statue? Because I have a feeling that we need to go to that statue.
So the spiders might be a problem for us. They might come out and be like that. Something like that.
Nice.
Famously.
So I have a move called Crown of Madness. Would it be possible for me to take control of maybe the queen spider and lead them out of the den?
Is there such thing as a queen spider?
I mean, no. Biologically speaking, no.
It's a popular
In
belief.
terms of this, though, no, you can't.
No.
Because basically, the way that Crown of Madness works is it charms. Well, to be fair, you can try.
I'm not gonna try.
So the way that Crown of Madness works is it charms people, and because the creature that is above you, it can't be charmed because it's not one thing. You can charm one individual spider, though.
Yes. I thought there was such thing as like a queen spider, and I could how it's like the queen bee as well, and how.
Yeah. I get you.
Apologies for that.
Back to the drawing board, lads. Where that's not what she says. Sorry. I just want to ask, Jack, where are we on the map? I'm looking at the map.
So you are currently at the top of the stairs. You're at the top of the stairs on the left side, so the western side of the map.
And you're saying that there isn't a lot of dust on the stairs.
There's not a lot of dust on the stairs where you are. Walking down the stairs towards the pillar in the center, and then walking from the pillar to the statue. But everywhere else is just filled with dust.
Okay.
It's almost like you can see footprints going down.
But no, if we were to set fire to the cobweb, surely that would alert the spiders, or would they scatter? I don't know, Tanya, you know a lot about spiders.
They're probably faster than us, so they probably scatter. I think we should go to the statue.
Yeah.
Can we just go to the statue and
You can try and walk through the cobwebs. Like, there are ways through them, but...
Can I delicately leap between them?
Hamlet produce...
You can try.
Do
you want to try?
Alright, guys, we're all going to try and say the word, okay? Y'all at home, try and say the word with me. Prestidigitation.
You did it.
I said it. If y'all at home said it as well, well done. Okay, so I'm going to produce some type of, stick or something to whack away the cobwebs so we can make it through.
Yeah, okay, so you look towards a stone on the floor, you kind of pick it up, and then you kind of close your eyes, wave your hand over it, and it reforms. It almost liquefies and then reforms into a rod.
Yeah. And then I whack the stones out of cobwebs.
Okay. What were you about to say to Tanya?
Please, can I want to try doing some acrobatic. Is it acrobatics or athletics?
Yeah. So
just for fun.
I need you to make an acrobatics check, and I need Lolly to make an athletics check.
Okay, 10.
Okay, Lolly, you go to thwack one of these cobwebs, and then you can't pull the stick away from the cobweb. It's stuck. It's stuck on there, and it's fully just dangling. And you're trying to put it off, but it just won't unstick.
Oh, rip.
What did you get to Tanya?
I got nat 20.
Nat 20? You
Nat 20!
You dive in between. You're diving. Seemingly like you're kind of druid crafting the cobwebs out of the way as you go as well. Like you're just finding the right way to move through them. And where are you trying to go?
To the statue of me.
Okay, so yeah, you make your way fully over to the statue. Like perfectly
Hey
fine.
guys, keep up.
I look at Titania, completely defeated, while holding Banquo's arm still, looking at my limp, stupid stick rod dangling in the cobwebs. I look at Banquo, and I say nothing, and I just like, we have to go, Banquo. Come on, don't stay around. And I drag Banquo with me.
I'm refusing to go.
Okay.
Instead, I'm going to just kind of unlink my arm.
No!
I'm going to
That's a
reach out.
betrayal.
Hang on. Lolly, make a dexterity saving throw to see whether you fall down the stairs.
Oh no! What?
Oh Lord.
18 plus 3, so
Oh, you're fine then. You hold yourself. You stop yourself from falling down the stairs.
I'm terribly sorry about that. I thought you were on the stairs fine. I look
at Banquo. Like, okay, I'm gonna act it out.
Oh god.
I'm not sad. I'm just disappointed, Banquo.
Look, all I was gonna do is just get a torch out and burn the cobwebs.
I'm not sad. I'm just disappointed, Banquo.
Are you
My
good?
loyal sidekick.
That's fine.
Banquo, do you get a torch out?
I'm getting a torch out and I'm gonna use my tinderbox to light it.
Cool.
Light
sets on.
Real quick, just
Yeah.
in case this alerts the spiders, can I be ready to cast create bonfire on the other side of the room?
Yep.
Okay.
You can ready that.
Go ahead.
Right, okay. I'm gonna try, I think it was Viola's idea to burn the cobwebs.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Where do you just do it the ones in front of you, or do you try and throw it, or what?
Well, okay. I think if we're all trying to get to the statue, I think I'll try and burn a pathway through. But assuming
Hasn't Titania already done that?
no,
Titania didn't burn her way through. She like slinked her way through.
Oh.
Which you guys could follow, but you would have to make a
It
similar
would be
check.
entertaining.
I want to.
Okay, so Theo, you hold the torch to the cobwebs, and you begin hearing, and it just fire starts like it's seeming like the stuff that made the like stone rod stick to the cobwebs is some kind of like flammable substance, and it's just like the fire races down the cobwebs, and above you just see the shifting mass of black and you like see them just scuttle down you just hear as just like 1,000 spiders just descend on you all. Everyone roll initiative.
Awesome, right.
Oh!
That's a 1.
Got 9.
That is a 5.
Got an 8.
Wow! Wow!
Wow.
So we all
Great,
rolled
man.
really well there.
That's all for this episode of Disturbing the Storm. You can check out more episodes on the Shakespeare Society YouTube channel, and maybe check out our podcast, Bard Times, if you're looking for some more Shakespearean goodness. All right, thank you and see you later.